Jebb, a good set of results given the environment that we're coming out of. Your share price today closing flat at R12.25. Just if you could highlight how much of the boost you've seen over this period, specifically in June, July, pertains to the World Cup factor.
On the car side and the franchise side of the business, Bronwyn, very little indeed. In fact, it was probably a negative during that period because sales actually quietened. But it did definitely help our car hire division. And we had a very good 6 months helped by that World Cup on the car hire side.
Going forward then, is this 6-month performance sustainable?
We believe so, because normally our second 6 months is stronger than our second, because of seasonality factors, is stronger than our first. And the market seems to have stabilized and it should be slightly improving over the next 6 months.
The big question everybody is asking companies in the vehicle arena or that have exposure to vehicles is how the emissions tax is going to impact them in the new vehicle space. It was introduced on the 1st of September. What are your thoughts? You must have had heated discussions around this one, Jebb.
Well, I don't think it's another tax. In some vehicles now we're getting close to 50% of the vehicle cost is taxed to the government. And quite honestly, I think if they were serious about it, they'd take the carbon tax and apply it to take the clunkers off the road who are actually emitting the most, creating most of the emissions that are polluting the atmosphere.
Have you completed your cost-cutting exercise and restructuring of the marine and leisure division? And do you think you're going to start seeing this as a good performer within your stable?
Yes, I mean, we were on budget for the half year. We budgeted for a slight loss because of the winter season. And we're very positive that we'll make a reasonable return for the whole financial year in that division.
Jebb, what was the mix between commercial vehicles and passenger vehicles?
Sorry, the question was?
The mix between commercial vehicles and passenger vehicle sales?
We mainly play in the light commercial sales part, and it's about 2-to-1 passenger to light commercials.
In terms of your view on interest rates, obviously we're sitting with interest rates prime around about 9% at the moment. Your thoughts on where we're going? Are you expecting another interest rate cut? Again, you must have engaged economists given that it is fundamental to your business going forward.
Well, it is fundamental, but the banks are still playing a large part because they're still reluctant to pass credit for a lot of people, mainly because they're overcommitted. And our rate of passing is still about, has risen to about 34%. But historically it was at the 50 to 55% level, so we've still got quite a long way to go. So whilst interest rates are helping, the banks still have to pass the business.
Your joint ventures, speaking about banks with the financial services side and insurance side, how's that panning out as a strategy for you?
No, that is gradually recovering now. The bad debts have reduced substantially in that area. We have no downside, but we have to make it the bad debt proportion in our joint ventures, and those are coming into line now.